President-elect Obama, welcome back to Meet the Press.
Great to be here. Thank you.
You said being a president is 90% circumstances and about 10% agenda.
Fortunately, as tough as times are right now, and things are going to get worse before they get better, there is a convergence between circumstances and agenda. The key for us is making sure that we jumpstart that economy in a way that doesn't just deal with the short term, doesn't just create jobs immediately, but also puts us on a glide path for long-term sustainable economic growth. We've got to provide a blood infusion to the patient right now to make sure that the patient is stabilized, and that means that we can't worry short-term about the deficit. We've got to make sure that the economic stimulus plan is large enough to get the economy moving.
Do you think that the big three deserve to survive?
The big three U.S. automakers have made repeated strategic mistakes. But what I've also said is that the auto industry is the backbone of American manufacturing. So I don't think it's an option to simply allow it to collapse. What we have to do is to provide them with assistance, but that assistance is conditioned on them making significant adjustments. If they expect taxpayers to help in that adjustment process, then they can't keep on putting off the kinds of changes that they frankly should have made 20 or 30 years ago. What I think we have to put an end to is the head in the sand approach to the auto industry that has been prevalent for decades now.
The other big financial storm that continues to build out there, of course, are mortgages.
Moving forward, we have to have a housing component to any actions that we take. If we are only dealing with Wall Street and we're not dealing with Main Street, then we're only handling one half of the problem.
You have said that the United States reserves the right to go after terrorists in Pakistan if you have targets of opportunity. Does India now also have that right of hot pursuit?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that. If a country is attacked, it has the right to defend itself. I think that's universally acknowledged. The second thing is that we need a strategic partnership with all the parties in the region, Pakistan and India and the Afghan government, to stamp out the kind of militant, violent, terrorist extremists that have set up base camps and that are operating in ways that threaten the security of everybody in the international community. Part of the kind of foreign policy I want to shape is one in which we have tough, direct diplomacy combined with more effective military operations focused on what is the #1 threat against U.S. interests and U.S. lives, and that's al-Qaeda. And we are going to go after them fiercely in the years to come.
In New York this weekend, the big buzz is Caroline Kennedy in the United States Senate, perhaps as the appointment to fill the seat that Hillary Clinton is expected to vacate if she gets confirmed as Secretary of State.
Caroline Kennedy has become one of my dearest friends and is just a wonderful American, a wonderful person. But the last thing I want to do is get involved in New York politics. I've got enough trouble in terms of Illinois politics. I'm going to be making an announcement tomorrow about the head of our Veterans Administration, General Eric Shinseki. General Shinseki is exactly the right person who's going to be able to make sure that we honor our troops when they come home.
He's the man who lost his job in the Bush administration because he said that we would need more troops in Iraq than Secretary of Defense Don Rumsfeld thought that we would need at that time.
He was right.